we haven't seen Avi for a bit. Let's check out fabrication. Despite being tasked by Yumeko to search for Ikoma, Avi, who has fulfilled the goal of his trip, and Circe, feeling better with the curse of the raging waves cleared, choose not to return to the mainland straight away and have fun sightseeing in Kameshima. What? They haven't left yet? Oh dear. You were doing so much better after the curse got lifted. I didn't notice the time. So I guess we were still here when the curse got lifted, and then Circe was like, oh, we can sightsee again, and we just kind of got distracted. We got so carried away with sightseeing, it's already pitch black out here. You're right, time sure flies. The last ferry already left, so I guess we'll have to find a place to stay for the night. I'm assuming then what's basically going to happen is that since Kikuko wasn't in contact with anymore, Ikoma came to the island himself. And that makes sense, because I think it would have been weird to have Avi and Circe deal with Ikoma outside of where everyone else is. Not that that's going to happen in this chapter, but I'm assuming he's the one that killed Wakamura. The last ferry already left, so I guess we'll have to find a place to stay for the night. Shouldn't we be heading back to the mainland to go after Ikoma? I don't think the ferry's going to be out this late. Well, there's only so much we can do now. It's not as though we're being paid for it, so let's not lose sleep over it. I mean, it kind of sounds like a dire situation, Circe. I feel like we maybe should lose sleep over it. I see. Very pragmatic of you. I kind of love how little Avi and Circe care about anything that's going on. Like, it really just doesn't matter to them. They're along for the ride. We know what Avi's here for. Circe just likes sightseeing. In the Sacred Sanctuary. I did not see it, but I thought there would be one there. That's fair enough that I missed that one. But we did get the hint, at least. Although it's not that late yet, it gets dark quickly after the sun sets, and the streets empty out just as fast. Illuminated only by the dim glow of a few streetlights and the stars, the island feels calm. Okay, we can't look at the well. Well. It feels strange to really say the raging waves was dealt with. We didn't get, like, any new file updates either, did we? Any new profile updates as well? Alright. I almost feel like there should have been, for some reason. Well, that answered my question. Hey, Circe, how's it hanging? Earlier, Circe diligently guided us while sightseeing around Kameshima. Most importantly, she seemed to be enjoying herself. It must be a relief to not have to deal with the cursed aura hanging over the island anymore. We seriously lost track of time, though. It's great, I'm glad we lost track. Earlier, Circe diligently guided us while sightseeing... This is the same thing. Let me think about things. After everything we went through to get the Tamatabako, we ended up just handing it to that girl without a second thought. I have a feeling this journey has come to an end. Well, no need to stress ourselves any further. It really has grown quite dark anyway. We should find a place to sleep. We need to find a place to stay. As someone stands behind us menacingly. Did you spot any inns or hotels around the island? I think I saw a few. It'd be nice to find one before dinner. Maybe we can get a recommendation from one of the locals? That might be difficult. After all, we didn't really manage to get acquainted with anyone on the island. And hopefully that'll teach you a lesson about how you approach people. Ah, right. That may have been on me. We need to find a place to stay. We sure do. What if we just go that way? What if we just leave? Not noticing anything else weird about here. We need to just find a hotel. There's nothing, you know. Nothing really to do but think of where the hotel might be. After everything we went through to get to... we ended up just handing it over. Alright, well... Who could this shadowy figure possibly be? Whoa, there's someone there. Well, I thought I recognized that voice. So it was you, Mr. Barnum. Mr. Ikoma. Uh-oh. What? How did Akoma get to Kameshima Island? Wasn't he afraid of the ocean? That also would explain him not going on the ocean, because he was, if he was on the ocean, there was a good chance that he could trigger the raging waves. And since that disappeared, he probably was like, yep, I'm good. I'm Gucci now. We need to keep our guard up around Akoma. If he tries anything, I'm counting on you, Cersei. So what do we think? Because Soto and Yumeko have the, cutting curse. I guess Wakamura could have just been slashed, normally. I'll leave the talking to you. Huh? Weren't you the one put in charge of the search? I'm counting on you. Get the info we need. Oh, okay, leave it to me. Also, weren't we just talking about how I suck ass at talking to people? I get the shivers just looking at this guy. What a creep. Alright, nothing else to think about. Okay, hey, what up? So, when did you get to Kameshima? Ha ha ha, did I surprise you? I arrived on a charter boat just before sunset. Now, wait just a moment. Didn't you say you had a fear of the sea and that boats were a no-go? You gotta keep your character traits straight, else the proofreaders will tear you apart, you know. Ha ha ha, well, as it happens, my condition was miraculously cured earlier today. What a miracle. So I was able to come here after all. Miraculously cured, is it? Oh, come on. If you're going to just throw in inconvenient plot devices like that, it's a total disservice to the art. Whatever, I have more important things to ask you. A whole lot of things, as a matter of fact. Sure, what is it? Okay. Wait. Shit, I'm stupid. No, of course she's already dead, because we already had the fish. I'm stupid. No, Azusa Samakawa has to be dead, because we had the, Forsaken fish. That has nothing to do with Yuza changing anything. Part of me would want to talk about the business card, but in like a coy way and not a we know about you kind of way. Like if we could just casually talk about like that symbol on your business card sure is interesting. Where did that design come from? Let's talk about Samakawa. Or the bronze mirror, like casually. That's what he's after, right? Why did you ask us to come to Kameshima to search for the still-tide mirror? Ah, well, it's simple enough. If something like the Curse of the Raging Waves truly existed in these waters, surely it would be best to see it lifted, no? And it seems that it has in fact been dispelled. You did not disappoint, Mr. Barnum. How do you know it got dispelled? Oh, well, it's not like we actually did anything to lift it, though. Is that so? We did learn that the bronze mirror once belonged to Princess Hatsune, who was sacrificed to appease the curse, however. Yeah, Cersei picked up on that. Now that the Curse of the Raging Waves has been lifted, there should be no more need for the bronze mirror, right? Also, since I handed over the curse stone, I'd say I deserve at least some credit, and that's me being humble. I guess talk about Samakawa, because Samakawa did mention that he was... So about Azusa Samakawa, the descendant of Ise-Shima. Oh, I don't remember telling you her name. Ha! That is no obstacle to a man of my caliber. We figured it out in no time. Cersei looks like she's not happy with what I just said. Did you now? Very impressive. I suppose I ought to apologize on her behalf. She is rather difficult to deal with, is she not? So, did you manage to get a hold of the Tama Tabako then? Come again? Ha ha ha. From what I understand, she was last seen going out to sea on a boat with a foreigner. And she has evidently been missing ever since. Forgive me, it seems that my hesitation to introduce you to her has caused you some inconvenience. No, really, don't worry about it. So you were after the Tama Tabako too, Mr. Akoma? How come you're so calm when you already know what happened? Haha, believe me, there were times when I wasn't, but... At this point, things like that no longer matter to me. Things like, what? The Tamatabako, in fact. It seems as though I no longer have any use for it. Why is that? I admit there's been some tension between us, but what do you say? Why don't we put that behind us? Ha 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 ha. Why doesn't he not need it anymore? What's all this now? He's pretending he doesn't care about the Tamatabako. What's he up to? Damn, he's already throwing me off my game. I'm supposed to be cornering him. Did he catch a real mermaid? I mean, this is going to be like fully we know things. Talk about the mirror again, I guess. Mr. Akoma, how did you know the curse of the raging waves had been lifted? Well, to be honest, it's hard to put into words. But it seems as though I've got a little bit of spirit sense myself. How do you know about spirit sense? I suppose the curse must have been what caused that ominous aura to surround this island before, no? I see. I suppose someone with a bit of spirit sense would be able to tell whether the curse was still around with ease. In any case, since the curse has been dispelled, the matter of the bronze mirror is also settled. You have my thanks. I suppose you're right. You're welcome. Samakawa again. Whatever became of Miss Samakawa is no longer of any concern to me. In hindsight, I suppose I should have introduced you much sooner. Ah, you might be misunderstanding. Okay, we'll talk about the business card. Then what about the business card you gave me? It was the target of the curse. Care to explain? Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I was afraid about going with that. Is it was a bit more blunt, because you know how obvious. Excuse me? I'm afraid I don't quite follow. The symbol of your business card turned out to be the marker for the curse. Dear me, this is the first time I've ever heard such a thing. Oh, so you didn't know? Of course not. That emblem is a treasure symbol that Unkaku Dono bestowed upon me when my company was founded. Unkaku Dono? You mean Yamashina? So then you really had no idea? You said it was used as a curse marker? That's a serious accusation. Is it a coma? Because if I were to be aloof, I would not know what they're talking about. Well... You're implying that Unkaku Dono was behind such a scheme? That's outrageous. But you have to admit, it's hard not to come to that conclusion. These groundless accusations are deeply insulting and absolutely infuriating. I will not tolerate such insolence from anyone. I honestly expected more from you. Alright, calm down. Sorry. We'll look into it some more, okay? Very well. It's the very least you could do. The sheer audacity. Yeah, I don't really believe it either, Cersei. I don't even know, like, would a protege of a, higher up be given a symbol like that? Especially if it's, like, from the past. If we were to believe his lies. That would mean that the symbol was from the Yamashina clan, or whatever, right? Which would, just be someone from the past. Like, that's crazy. That is a crazy thing. I don't believe you. Talk about it again. Insulting a man's business card and benefactor. How utterly disgraceful. I insist that you take it all back. I am truly deeply sorry. Just overwhelmingly apologetic from the bottom of my sorry heart. I'm not. Fuck you. Alright. So let me get straight to the point. I really didn't. I actually beat it around the bush a lot there. You know a woman named Kikuko Tsuyo, don't you? God, he just came right out and said it. I mean, we already blamed the business card. Kikuko Tsuyu? Ah, yes, the young woman from Kameshima that used to work at my company. Was that her name? You used that girl as a pawn in one of your schemes, didn't you? We nearly died because of her, you know. I beg your pardon. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know anything about that. I most certainly did not put her up to anything so heinous. Oh, so you're saying you did not give her a curse stone then? To help her get recognized by Yamashina, since she was his illegitimate child, or something like that? Curse stone? Unkaku Dono's illegitimate child? What on earth are you talking about? You really have no idea? Don't try to pull a quick one. Who filled your heads with such nonsense? As a matter of fact, we heard it straight from Kikuko Tsutsuyu herself. She told you all that? Where is she now? I demand to know what compelled her to come up with such a ridiculous story. We've got her confined at her home, but I'm afraid she won't be able to talk for a while. Seriously, don't say that. Ah, I see. Anyway, whatever she told you, that girl is delusional. What a troublesome fantasy she crafted. Indeed. It's bullshit. I mean, he already let slip, like, he knows about spirit sense. He was fine with the idea of curses, just not the accusation that the symbol caused it. Like, he's kind of full of shit. Suppose we only have Kikuko's word for it, but she seemed lucid enough. I wonder. Damn, I've got no idea what to believe anymore. No, I believe her. There's like, I don't know, why would she say any of that as a lie? There wouldn't have been really any information to get from that. I think we should tell him that we have the curse of Toshige and that we're going to cut him down because he probably has a symbol on him right now. Talk about Kikuko Tsutsuyu. So who did she get that curse stone from then? I'm afraid I know no more than you do. Talk about reason for coming. So why did you come all the way out here to Kameshima? Ah, that's exactly what I wanted to talk about. More than anything else, I would like to take care of my business right away. And what may that be? I actually wanted to ask you about it. I believe there's a woman by the name of Sato living on this island. You wouldn't happen to know her whereabouts, would you? Sato? Oh, right. I think I met a woman with that name earlier today, but I have no idea where she might be now. I see. So you're not familiar with her. This is bad news. I bet he's after the Tamatabako that I gave her. Well, he wouldn't know that she has it. Maybe he... would he know? Why does he not need it anymore? No, it can't be. There's no way he'd know about that. That's what I'm thinking. But also, why would you absolutely say you know of her and not act like you don't? Maybe he knows she's immortal. But if he's simply after her immortality, why bother with that and not just go straight for the Tamatabako? Very well, thank you so much. My apologies for keeping you. As I need to continue my search, I'll take my leave now. So, like, obviously Akoma knows that she could be at Wakamura's establishment and could attack him. Yeah, good luck with that. What was Cersei supposed to do specifically? Just get information? You sure about letting him go? Wouldn't it be better to restrain him? Well, there wasn't enough evidence to do so. Do you think he's actually innocent and Yamashima was the one pulling the strings the whole time? I don't think we know enough to judge. Well, it's not like he can get off the island that easily, so maybe we should just report that we saw him? Good point. He mentioned a chartered boat. Maybe we could mark it to keep an eye on him. On it. Turns out staying another night on Kameshima was the right call after all. Gotta hand it to myself. I'm just a genius. Anyway, let's go and report to Mrs. Shiki and call it a day. I don't think we really can, right? Because the night of is when Wakamura was found dead. Okay, so that is completely gone. A phone call. Who would be phone? Who is phone? Should I maybe go back and get the bird that I missed? I guess I can also double check to make sure I didn't miss another one. It should be straightforward. I'm curious too. Was there any reason that we had to positively see the spirit? Wow, I really was just blind. It was like just on the ceiling somewhere and I just couldn't see it. Could you see it from turn back? No, I think it is on the opposite end of that rock here, so that's at least something. I legit, like, lost it again. No way, that's a mockingbird? How'd it get down here? Maybe it's a kind of spirit being that appears in reaction to something? Oh, those mockingbirds look sick. Jiving Javas! In reaction to something? I don't know what the reaction to something would be. So what happens if I do just dump this here right away? Actually, I lost where the archway even is. Where am I? There it is. I found it. Okay, here goes nothing. Nothing happened. Did that do it? No way. I must have done something wrong. Well, that clearly didn't work. Maybe I should take another look around or something. So you had to do the thing. So we are just missing one now. I mean, I definitely thought there would be one in the cave. It's a shame that I didn't miss it, but it's fine. Didn't take too long. Should I try diving and... I'm gonna see something real quick. This is just going straight into the minigame, right? Nothing to worry about here. If we dive in and go over to where we... I think it was over here where we saw the... rope won't go that far. It doesn't amount to anything seeing you down here, though. My assumption with that being here is just that that would have been where the Forsaken Fish might have been, considering the timeline of things. It seems weird to me that Hayashi would be at the gate. That I'm not really believing. Stop diving. So many points. Return the story chart. Alright, whose phone? I got distracted. I needed to find a mockingbird. Who is phone? Just when the curse of the raging waves has been lifted and it seems Kameshima no longer has any curses left to fear, Yumeko receives a phone call that changes everything. Everything. So it's like around this time. Would it be just about Wakamura being killed? Hello, this is Shiki speaking. Oh, Ide. Mrs. Shiki, it's me, Ide from the Mie Police Department. Oh, Detective Ide, what is it? Right, after we got your call, we went to look into Yamashina, and that Ikoma guy you mentioned was working for him. Is Yamashina dead already? Oh, that's right, how did it go? Not well, that's for sure. We found the old man murdered in his own home. That's not really too surprising. What? Like, again, I could be misremembering stuff, which is kind of where I'm always worried about when I'm theory crafting. The phone call with who I presume was Ikoma, since it was like, I sent an assassin. Kukeko obviously was the assassin. He seemed like he wasn't a fan of Yamashina, so I think he would have done it. What on earth happened to Yamashina? Well, we tried getting in touch with his secretary first, but he wasn't responding to any attempts to contact him. So we went to his house together, but... We went to his house together? That seems like a weird thing to say. But ended up having to use a spare key to get in as there wasn't anyone else around. I guess the secretary, him and the secretary went. After looking around a bit, we found what looked like a cell in one of the outlying buildings that had been shut up tight. A cell? Yep, we found Yamashina there, collapsed in a pool of blood. We called an ambulance right away, but we could tell at a glance it was already too late. That bad, was it? Worse than bad, just remembering it sends a shiver down my spine. He had this massive wound like a sharp blade had sliced right through his torso, bone and all. What? First thing that came to mind was the skeletons in the Toba case. Pretty reminiscent, don't you think? Very, but it couldn't be. Do we have an estimate time of death yet? We're still investigating, but the blood wasn't even dry. I'd put it within the past few hours. The cursed stone housing the curse of Tamashige has been in my possession the entire time. There's no way anyone could have used it, so would it be another curse, or could it just be someone actually, like, slashing? My thoughts exactly. I know in one of the notes it mentioned that there were, like, multiple swords of something. Like, legendary swords that were, like, part of the Hike or whatever. But I don't know if that would lead to, like, what, another samurai curse stone? Oh yeah, we looked into it and were able to confirm that Yamashina had a man called Kipe Ikoma working for him. From what I heard, you guys also want it... The guys also want it for solicitation of murder? He is, although we only have testimony to go on right now, so we can't say anything for certain. Still, him having the exact same name as that victim in the Tobe skeleton case is pretty damn confusing. It's not that confusing. It seems Ikoma gave a curse stone, a dangerous tool that lets you curse others to death, to a local woman with the intent of causing a massacre. Jeez, scary to think there's tools like that around. Wait, what happened with that woman then? She's been apprehended, but it seems she won't be able to talk for a while. Could we ask you to handle taking her in as well? Oh boy, got it. I'll make the necessary arrangements. Thank you, Detective. I'll let you know the details later. More about him. Oh yeah, about Ikoma. Someone apparently spotted his company car stopped outside Yamashima's police today. So I had a warrant put out for him as a person of interest. Oh, impressively quick thinking. Well done, Detective. Yamashina's quite the big shot in politics and business around these parts. There's worry news of his death might cause a stir, so the higher-ups will probably want us to keep mum about it for now. I see, that might be for the best, yes. Weren't there a load of rumors about some succession crisis going on with him? There were indeed, though according to the man himself, he'd already chosen his successor, and handed his will to his lawyer to boot. I would assume it's probably Tsukasa if he was talking with her a lot. Even though Tsukasa doesn't seem like the perfect person to be a successor, if he just felt like, you know, out of my illegitimate children, I'm connecting with this one, I guess it'll work out. Whoa, really? That should make things go more smoothly, at least. Wait, you don't think there's the possibility that might have served as a motive? You mean the culprit might have been mad they weren't chosen as the successor? I can see that if he hadn't left a will, but you said he had, right? True, perhaps they didn't know about it? Either way, there are more people out there who'd want Yamashina dead than you can shake a stick at. Finding our culprit based on motives will probably prove tricky. I see. Still, I can't imagine you'd be able to swing around a katana in that tiny little room. This wouldn't be the work of some supernatural phenomenon again, would it? Weren't we already discussing that? I'm afraid that's looking quite likely. I guess that's also to... Because, like, obviously it makes no sense for the stone to be involved, so as me, the layman, my next thought was maybe it was just a normal-ass sword. Geez, you sure can do some terrifying things with these curses. How are we even meant to investigate this stuff? Our usual methods don't mean a thing if you can just curse someone to death like that. By the way, there's a high chance that Yamashina was killed by a curse contained in one of those cursed stones I just mentioned. Aw man, I figured that might be the case. If Ikoma did indeed stop by Yamashina's house today, he's looking increasingly suspect. Yeah, looks like we should prioritize tracking him down. But it sounds like the guy was a favor of Yamashina's, if anything. If he really is the culprit, what could have driven him to kill the man he owed so much to? I can only assume they had some sort of falling out, perhaps over the matter of succession or the like. I'd assume that Ikoma was the successor Yamashina mentioned, but it seems that wasn't the case. Either way, I think we can definitely say he's up to something, especially if the solicitation of murder stuff is true. I'll step up the pace of the search for him. You two take care too, alright? I'll get in touch if there's anything else to share. Please do. I didn't realize that was so early in the day. From the sounds of things, we should make dealing with this Ikoma our first priority. I wonder how Cersei and Avi fared in their search. Not well right now. I imagine they've made it back to the mainland by now. Nope, but we have yet to hear anything from them. Ikoma might still have access to his curse too. The situation is more dangerous than I thought. We should probably get back to the mainland as soon as possible. About that, it seems that the last ferry off the island has already left for today. Oh, darn it, that means we're stuck here as well. We'll have to stay on Kameshima for tonight. Yes, I'll arrange somewhere to stay. You know, knowing that Yumeko is a mermaid made mortal makes it all the more charming when she makes like a Drat's face like this. Like, gosh darn it. Nothing to be done about it, I suppose. Thank you, Soto. It won't be long before the sun sets. And yet, I can't help but feel like there's another storm brewing out on the horizon. Yeah, I feel that way too. I was gonna say, if nothing new comes up, then we're gonna have a problem. I don't know if I should be able to do something with Sato is a thing that's upsetting me right now. I mean, we're going through the future. The only thing we have with Sato is the fact that we have the box. And for some reason, start from Minakuchi residence is a thing. Hello, is anyone home? Who am I kidding? I know no one is here. When she thinks it's like she wants to do something. Okay, I'm here. You sure are. The only thing that I can think of is that we would have to just wait until something else, but... I'm out of here. I mean, you know, if we run into a dead end, that's gonna be our best course of action. So, intentions. Keppe Ikoma is the prime suspect behind Yamashima's death, having asked Cersei and the others to search for him. Yumeko hears what they have to tell her. Does she also ask, like, I guess asking, what did Tsukasa have to say to Yumeko? That someone was on the phone and that led to the... Yeah, okay, no, that makes sense. Never mind. That would have been the phone from Ide. I see. So we can be certain that Keppe Ikoma is on Kameshima right now? Yep, no doubt about it. From what I gathered from the islanders just now, there are signs that someone landed a boat in the gulf on the other side of the island. That must have been Ikoma. Mwahaha, so he's come, like a moth to the flame. Hee hee hee. Yumeko, you silly. Again, awfully charming when you consider the fact that she used to be a mermaid. Ma'am, that sounded a bit diabolical. I think the fatigue is starting to get to you. Mortality must be one hell of a drug, huh? Vision mode. We did already find a Mockingbird sticker here before. I am confident that if we run into him as Yumeko, we will see an aura around him. The darkness townscape stretches out before us. Darkened townscape. Silent and still. I thought lifting the curse of the raging waves would see it return to the peaceful fishing town it was previously. But it seems the shadow looming over Kameshima won't be dispelled until we deal with whatever's lurking out there in the darkness. Well, we know what's lurking out there. It's this freak. Not you, Soto. I mean the other guy. I've worked with Soto for a long time now, but I don't think I've ever seen him sleep unguarded in front of others. He's used to sleeping outside, too. I wonder what his day-to-day life is normally like. That's a weird thing to say. It's a lot of lore that I didn't know about Soto. When did you find the time to go around getting information from the islanders, Soto? Ah, yes, I took advantage of our rest break earlier to make a few inquiries. I appreciate the hard work, but shouldn't you have taken the time to rest? Stopping to take a breather every now and then is important too. I'm afraid that's a bit difficult in this line of work. A single moment of complacency could prove fatal. Sometimes I really do wonder if we live in the same world. Since when was society so violent? I mean, I guess you forgot about it, Yumeko, but there's this little tragedy of an island being ransacked and destroyed to find mermaids. It was kind of a big deal. Just make sure to rest when you can, alright? Don't push yourself too hard. No need to worry. I'll be sure to get enough rest. Thank you for your concern. Let me think about things. Why would Ikoma have come all the way to Kameshima? There's a good chance he was responsible for Yamashina's murder, too. We'll have to tread carefully. It really has been one thing after another with this case. I'm getting pretty worn out. Yeah, I also would imagine getting pretty tuckered out by all this. Avi has ended up being quite the key figure in all this, although I doubt that was his intention at all. Those driven by their dreams rather than profit do have a tendency to drag in everyone else with them in their wake, for better or for worse. I suppose that's a bit rich coming from me, though. Despite the strength of her abilities, Circe's still a child. I was worried about keeping her up so late. But apparently, exorcists do most of their work at night, so she actually starts feeling more energetic around this time. Is it just me, or is this industry something of a bad influence? I don't think there's really anything else for us to look around and do. Circe's probably just going to tell us to talk to Avi. I was sure you and Avi would have returned to the mainland by now. I had no idea you were still on Kameshima. Well, we were having so much fun sightseeing, time just got away from us. You were sightseeing the whole time? I suppose it worked out for the best, so I can't complain. I would complain. Hi, Avi, what up? Mention Sato. Does Yumeko know about Sato? Did she have a conversation with her yet? Still, from what you've said about him, your description of Ikoma is quite different from what we've heard of the man on our end. We could hardly believe our ears, either, to think Yamashina had already been killed by a curse. And the police are searching for Ikoma as a suspect in his murder. Talk about a bombshell. Yeah, it was a real surprise. And you say that Ikoma seemed to have no idea about either the cursed stones or what Kikuku Setsuo was planning? That's right. Swore the accusations against him were absurd, all while looking innocent as a lamb. It's entirely possible he's just feigning innocence. I wouldn't believe him so easily myself. I don't. We have no proof of his crimes, after all. All he has to do is pretend he knows nothing, and our hands are tied. Still, there's a warrant out for his arrest now, no? Can't you throw the book at him here and be done with it? It would be dangerous to do anything rash. I'd like to at least get a better idea of his intentions before making a move. Still, with Soto and Circe here, I don't think we should have anything to fear from paranormal phenomena. If worse comes to worse, surely you two could restrain him by force? Well, we probably could deal with most things. But in the event we couldn't, the situation would likely end up being completely hopeless. Right. I don't even want to imagine what sort of situation that would be. Did you see where Ikoma headed after you parted ways with him? Sorry, I don't really remember. You don't remember? But if he chartered a boat to get here and stopped it in the Gulf, wouldn't we be able to nab him eventually if we hung around here? It's not worth waiting. Unfortunately, I don't think it would be so simple. If he stopped it somewhere out of the way, we would struggle to find it in this darkness. That's true. Well, if we really get stuck, I should be able to find out where he is using dousing. Just let me know and I'll give it a shot. Doesn't it need, like, spirit energy to be able to douse? But your target had to have some sort of spiritual energy for you to find it. That's what I was gonna say. That's right, but he said himself he had some spirit sense. And he has a pretty unique aura, too. I think it would work. Unique aura? That would be a huge help. That's Yumeko saying that. That would be a huge help. We'll keep that in mind. Well, I mean, it's a long process, right? Maybe you should start it up now? By the way, is it true that Mr. Akoma can use curses without a curse stone? Based on what we've heard of the scene of Mr. Yamashina's murder, I think we have to conclude that he can. So it is possible. What does your assistant over there think? He has a name. Oh, good idea. Let's see what Soto has to say. The thing is, if Cersei sensed that he had a weird aura, she was able to sense that Sato was not human with Sato's aura. So you would think that that kind of connection would potentially come into play. Especially if, like, Sato said she was immortal, so Cersei could at least, like, put 2 and 2 together. And maybe think that that's similar. You know, I still find it hard to believe that young man would be capable of such a foul crime. Oh, Avi, you're so gullible. Heartless, the lot of you. You won't even consider the possibility this is all one big misunderstanding? I don't. What was that? I still find it hard to believe that... Okay, same thing. Okay, obviously we didn't just talk to Soto, but I wanted to just double check. Really has been one thing after another, pretty worn out. Soto, how likely is it that Akoma could use that curse without a spirit stone? Oh yes, about that. If he's related, maybe he can? Hey, I know that one! I've seen that one before! There have indeed been cases of powerful psychics using the spirits of the dead to cast curses on others. However, doing so requires a great deal of skill. Only a handful of people would be capable of such a feat. I'm just saying, if you have, like, I don't know, maybe 400 years to do it, maybe you could learn. And even fewer would be able to do so with a curse capable of killing people in a single blow, let alone over a distance. The man did say he had a bit of spirit sense. I suppose that wouldn't be enough, though? Not at all. My thoughts exactly. I see. Though, if I were to speculate... Oh, so there is something. Curses are not always born from the spirits of the dead, you see. If a number of people were to harbor a strong grudge for decades, even centuries, that grudge itself could become a curse. I see. The supernatural equivalent of strength in numbers, eh? So would it be like this is the curse of all of Hike and not just the one guy? You could say that. Still, it would take a large number of people holding a grudge over an extremely long period of time to achieve. I suppose it is a bit unlikely Akoma would have access to a curse like that. Cersei? You look like you had something to say. So the work you wanted us to handle is all done now, right? Yes, it is. Thank you for your cooperation. But I'd appreciate it if you could help us out a bit more, so I won't be letting you go just yet. Aw, Cersei, this is like a very important situation. She just cares so little. It's kind of funny, but god damn it, girl. Still, something doesn't sit quite right with me about all this. Akoma must have known it would be harder to escape pursuit here. What could have brought him here despite that risk? Oh, I can shine some light on that, actually. I believe he said he was looking for a girl called Sato. Seemed awfully keen on finding her, too. Sato? You don't mean Sato Shiranami? Oh, you know her then? We do. A girl with quite unique circumstances, to be sure. Oh, right. They talked on the beach before the conversation with Wakamura. Could that be why Akoma is looking for her? But what is he planning? Ah! So chances are high Akoma is still looking for Sato, then. If so, it would be our best interest to find her first. If nothing else, it would put us in a good position to bargain with them. Agreed. We should try to... Is something wrong? You said that Ikoma arrived on this island before sundown, yes? We did indeed. If he's really that keen on finding her, surely it wouldn't take him that long to do so. I was kind of thinking that too. He knows that she would potentially be at Wakamura's place. And then it's a small enough island. Finding a single girl on a small island like this shouldn't be difficult. All he would have to do is ask around, no? You have a point. I doubt he's been wandering in circles all this time. I guess if she actually did just stay at the, where we left her, maybe he isn't looking for her that seriously after all, or he had some other business he wanted to take care of first. Shotaro, he's here? I kind of thought he was gone. Yo there, I finally found you. And who do we have here? If I'm not mistaken, that would be Mr. Wakamura's son, Shotaro. You're from the police, right? You've got to help me. My old man, he's... Didn't he look a little too happy when we saw him before this? Mr. Wakamura, has something happened to him? The way he was standing seemed not worried. What? Mr. Wakamura was found cut down in his own home? You're not saying... The clinic's doctor is taking a look now, but I saw the wound. There's no way he could have survived that. I tried to call the police, but Yuza Minakuchi told me to come get you instead. I see. Thank you for letting us know. We'll be there right away. Ma'am, given the timing, can we assume this is Ikoma's handiwork? Chances are high, yes. If you don't mind me asking, mister, did a man called Ikoma drop by your house at all? What? Ikoma? You're saying he's the one who killed my old man? Calm down, you know him then? He's in his 20s and is wearing a suit, though he looks really old for his age. Yes, that's him. I met him earlier today. You met him? When? Today, just before sunset, a man I'd never seen before came up to me. He said he was head of an event company, and had come here to gather information or something. I'm pretty sure the name on his business card was Ikoma. What? He gave you his business card? Yeah, what about it? And he said he was here to gather information? What happened to looking for Sato Shiranami? Okay, sorry, that confused me for a minute. Wait, Sato? You're saying Sato has something to do with that guy? Alright, everyone, I'm going to head to the Wakamura's house with Shotaro here. Soto, I leave searching for Sato Shiranami to you, Cersei, and Avi. Find her before Ikoma does, and take her into your custody. I'm counting on you. Understood. Wait, we have to help out too? Cersei, please. Please do. The more people we have on hand, the better. Now, Shotaro, lead the way. Right. Who's that? Huh? Wait, over there. Is that him? It looks like him. Oh, that's him. Oh, that's him. Ikoma. What? Can we tell you to throw away that business card before we continue? Oh, vision mode. Vision mode on. Oh, he has the vision. I fucking knew it. This aura. I knew it. I told you I knew it. Ma'am, is he... There's no doubt about it. He's an 800-year immortal. He noticed us. Oh, look at that smug asshole. There he goes. Oh, he's running away. Ma'am, should I give chase? Please do. Follow him and find out where he's headed. On it. Don't be reckless. Keep your guard up and be careful. It looks like we have a change of plan. Cersei, Avi, you're coming with me. Let's go. They are just... They don't care. Like, Avi's obviously along for the ride. Okay. I feel better knowing that this is the way things are right now. That it, Is there, like, any bad end I could reach with this? Seems so weird to, like, have all of this be blank. I feel better knowing that the chapter continues on. Real name. Okay, so we're gonna have to... I probably know who Ikoma is. I have my guess. I don't know. I don't really feel like I have enough evidence to be positive on it, though. Taro hides in the Kintakeshu ruins at night, where she finally comes face to face with someone. Why wasn't she at the place then? Maybe that was just there for the sake of getting the sticker on the chapter to make it easier. Who might you be? Oh god, okay.